world where technology thrives on surprise and storytelling keeps evolving, Apple has once again captured the world's attention. This time, it's not about a new iPhone or gadget. It's about an idea, a feeling, a world. Apple TV Plus has unveiled the first full trailer for its new sci-fi series Pluribus, and it's already sending chills through audiences. Created by Vince Gilligan, the mastermind behind Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, Pluribus steps boldly into uncharted emotional territory. The teaser hints at a reality where happiness itself becomes a plague, a phenomenon that has consumed nearly everyone on Earth, except for one woman. Played by Rhea Seehorn, Carol is described as the most miserable person alive, and somehow she may be humanity's only hope against an epidemic of joy. It's an eerie, ironic premise that's leaving fans deeply intrigued. The trailer opens with quiet unease. A smiling crowd surrounds Carol, all with identical, blissful expressions that seem too perfect, too synchronized. As the music swells, the smiles take on something sinister, suggesting that this happiness isn't natural but manufactured. Carol, meanwhile, looks bewildered, frustrated, even terrified, as the people around her insist that she join them. Apple's visual storytelling is sharp and deliberate. Pastel skies, gleaming streets, and a carefully polished world that feels both utopian and deeply wrong. The unsettling tone evokes the best of psychological science fiction, recalling Black Mirror and The Truman Show, but with Vince Gilligan's signature touch, grounded humanity amid chaos. It's not about aliens or apocalypses. It's about what happens when emotion itself becomes controlled, curated, and weaponized. Apple seems to be making a statement not just about happiness, but about society's obsession with it. Rhea Seehorn, best known for her Emmy-nominated turn as Kim Wexler in Better Call Saul, steps into her first major lead role since that acclaimed series ended. Her character Carol appears trapped in a world where everyone else's joy feels like madness. She's catered to, comforted, and constantly told to smile. But she resists. This refusal makes her both an outcast and a target. The trailer shows fleeting glimpses of her running through eerily calm streets, hiding from crowds that chant slogans of bliss. The tagline, "Save the world from happiness," flashes in stark white letters. That paradox instantly grabs viewers. How can happiness be something we need saving from? Gilligan's storytelling has always thrived on moral contradictions, and Pluribus seems poised to explore the thin line between contentment and control, empathy and conformity. It's unsettling, provocative, and unmistakably human. The creative pedigree behind Pluribus is equally impressive. Vince Gilligan, celebrated for blending moral complexity with tight storytelling, is joined by longtime collaborators from Better Call Saul. Apple TV Plus reportedly gave the series a generous budget and complete creative freedom, a sign of confidence in Gilligan's vision. Early insiders described Pluribus as a philosophical thriller wrapped in science fiction, and the trailer certainly reflects that ambition. Rather than relying on explosions or futuristic technology, the focus is on emotion, psychology, and perception. Every smile feels rehearsed, every laugh slightly delayed, every cheerful gesture tinged with menace. Apple has built its reputation on prestige storytelling, from Severance to Foundation, and Pluribus looks like the next jewel in that crown. The visuals alone suggest a meticulously designed dystopia that looks serene on the surface, but teeters on emotional collapse. From an analytical standpoint, Pluribus seems to tackle one of modern society's most pressing questions. What if happiness isn't a right, but a requirement? In today's world of social media filters and relentless positivity, people are already pressured to project joy. Gilligan, appears to amplify that pressure into a dystopian nightmare, a place where unhappiness is outlawed and authenticity becomes rebellion. Carol's resistance to forced bliss positions her as both a hero and a threat, challenging an entire world built on emotional uniformity. This echoes real-world debates about mental health and the commodification of emotion. If happiness becomes the ultimate product, what happens to the messy, difficult feelings that make us human? Pluribus could easily become a cultural conversation piece, one that makes audiences question their own relationship with technology, emotion, and so on. And truth. Beyond its ideas, Pluribus also represents a significant milestone for Apple TV+. Since launching in 2019, Apple's streaming service has quietly built a strong lineup of prestige dramas. After Severance's psychological brilliance, Silo's haunting world-building, and Foundation's epic scope, Apple is positioning itself as the new home of thought-provoking science fiction. With Pluribus, the company doubles down on original storytelling that blends intellect with imagination. Scheduled to premiere globally on November 7th, the show will arrive just as audiences crave complex narratives for the winter season. The marketing campaign has been shrouded in mystery, with cryptic teasers and minimalist posters featuring only the word "smile." That strategy of revealing very little has already paid off, generating viral speculation and social media theories about the show's meaning. Apple knows how to build anticipation, and this might be its boldest rollout yet. As the trailer closes, we hear Carol whisper, "I don't want to be happy." The line lands like a confession, or perhaps a warning. It's this tension between choice and control that gives Pluribus its edge. Is happiness truly happiness if it's forced? Vince Gilligan has long been fascinated by power. Who has it, who loses it, and what people will do to reclaim it. Here, power takes a subtler form, the ability to feel freely. The show's title, Pluribus, meaning many, might symbolize the collective, the overwhelming force of the masses united in one emotion. Carol's isolation then becomes a metaphor for individuality in a world that demands sameness. The emotional and philosophical undertones suggest that Gilligan isn't just making another sci-fi drama. He's crafting a modern-day fable about the price of peace and the illusion of perfection. In the end, Pluribus promises to be one of the most anticipated shows of the year, not because of spectacle, but because of its soul. It challenges the viewer to look beyond the surface of smiles and ask, what does it really mean to be happy? Rhea Seehorn's commanding presence, Gilligan's narrative genius, and Apple's cinematic production all combine into what could be a defining television event. As Apple TV Plus continues its push for artistic depth and originality, Pluribus might stand as its most thought-provoking creation yet. The series premieres on November 7th, and if the trailer is any indication, audiences are in for a gripping, beautiful, and deeply unsettling experience. A world obsessed with happiness might just need a little misery to remember what it means to feel. And Pluribus is ready to remind us.